Welcome to the program, and the eyes of the world are on the San Jose mine in Chile tonight as the rescue effort continues to free the miners who've been trapped underground for more than 2 months. So far, 5 of the miners have been winched to the surface one by one in a rescue capsule. ABC correspondent Conor Duffy is at the scene and he joins me now with the latest. Conor, this has been a story of extraordinary tension, anxiety, fear and now, thankfully, elation. Can you describe the first rescues as they've gone on there?
Yes, Kerry, that's right. It's been an absolutely incredible day here at the San Jose mine. Not only has history been made, but it's been made in incredibly dramatic fashion. This afternoon, there were reports. Chile's President, Sebastián Piñera, said that the first miner would be out by sunset. The rescue was then delayed by several hours, leaving the families who've been awake on tenterhooks. The first miner was brought to the surface about midnight local time. When that happened, this camp just erupted. People here have been camping out in the desert for weeks waiting to see their loved ones, and the jubilation was here everywhere. After that, the things moved very quickly. The rescuers stuck to their timetable of 1 miner per hour. The second man up was incredibly jubilant when he made it to the surface. He was chanting, cheering, and indeed the celebrations have been going on not just here at the San Jose mine, but right across the country.
So the miners underground have had to prepare themselves. They've been prepared very carefully for the ascent, haven't they?
They have. They had to fend for themselves for 17 days, Kerry. They had to get their own food, their own water, and then when contact was finally made with them, rescuers have been preparing them for this day for weeks now. They've had video conferences with doctors, with commandos and submariners from the Chilean Navy giving them advice on toughing this situation out. They've also had to monitor their physical condition. The rescue capsule is very narrow, and they've had to make sure they're in good nick to make it up to the surface. They've been monitoring carefully what they eat. They haven't allowed alcohol down, and this whole operation has been very finely and carefully planned.
Have the miners themselves had a say in the list? I know that it's been reported that the fittest were going to come up first, but one can only guess what it must be like for those who, having survived this long, who know that they're actually at the bottom of the list, and each moment, each second must be feeling like an hour.
That's right. Well, although actually the last man who's coming up is the shift leader, who's been credited with maintaining discipline down below, and like the captain on the ship, he wanted to be the last man up. The miners themselves said that they all wanted to wait onto the surface until the last man was up, but authorities wouldn't allow that to happen because of concerns about the men's health. So 4 men have now been moved off-site and taken by helicopter to a local hospital in the nearby town of Copiapó. You might notice this live shot we've got up now. We're restricted in what sort of lights we can use so we don't interfere with the helicopters as they fly overhead, and the helicopter has just come back and is gearing up to take the next lot of men into hospital in Copiapó.
Now, it does sound as if the process, once the first rescue began, once the first ascent began, that the process has actually gone well, but how risky is it?
Well, it's very risky, Kerry, and all along the authorities have said that this is the most dangerous phase of the operation. This shaft is very narrow. It's only reinforced for between 50 and 100 metres with steel pipes, and there's concerns that as the capsule goes down that it could dislodge rocks and create another even bigger potentially slide down the bottom. So while there's obviously some incredible scenes of emotion and celebrations for the hardheads, we're just getting word that the 6th miner is making it to the surface, Kerry. That's breaking news. So that there'll be another round of celebrations here, no doubt, and the hard-working rescue capsule Phoenix 2 will be gearing up for number 7.
And fingers crossed that it continues to go as smoothly as it has through our night. But Conor Duffy, thanks very much for sharing that with us.
My pleasure.